Alright, hi everyone, my name is Joey V, welcoming you back to another Lunatic Jedi production. I know it's been a while, but we're back, and we're still fighting the good fight with Axiom Verge. We're getting close to the end. We now have the red coat, which gives us the ability to teleport more easily, and in the process, anywhere where my shadow ends up, it will destroy blocks in that area. So we're on our way. So we are trying to make our way back. Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. I forgot about this. Alright. Akira is having a tough night because she missed out on seeing Dragon Ball Z Resurrection of F. I'm sorry to hear that. It really does suck. I was impressed. I read a report this just today is talking about how that movie made like something like $5 million, and it was only in like a few theaters, only certain nights. That's pretty impressive, because Dragon Ball Z is still a big thing. I was never much of a Dragon Ball Z person. Alright. Can't get through there. Nice. Got it. So yeah, official letter. High Priestess Shima. While we are normally hesitant to recommend any course of action that the Kulatu may have suggested, we have little choice. We're unlikely to survive this regardless. Give them what they want. Interesting. We got up here. Alright. Kira says DBC is still huge. I'm glad I got back into my addiction. I remember watching a ton when I was, oh god, how old was I? It doesn't matter as long as you had fun. Nice. That was a good one. Taffy, I do not know that information. I just recently switched over to an iPhone, but I don't use iTunes all that much, or not whenever I can, so I actually don't know how to answer that question for you. I go, you think? Ah, yes. There's still one spot I have not explored up there. Maybe this will help. Taffy in chat says, Toa had a question he wanted me to ask. Toa's question was, I can't remember, good first thing to read by Lovecraft. That is, it's a good question. It's a really good question. What I would recommend to Toa is to not I don't read a lot of Lovecraft. Like I've read a couple of his stories, obviously, but what I've done is I listen to HP Podcraft. It's a podcast series where they explain and go through each of Lovecraft's stories. And it's pretty fantastic. It's so it's like two guys, and they get like voice actors in there to do readings of the stories and to kind of explain, what, they kind of just do like a dissertation of like, okay, this is what the story is going for. This is what this means. It's all very, very good. I greatly enjoy it. And I think that's a really good way to get involved with Podcraft or with Lovecraft. So that way, you kind of listen to the shows and the stories that sound interesting to you, then you can go off and you can read them. So that's what I would suggest to him. I think my favorite is In the Mouth of Madness. That one's probably my favorite, just because it's so terrifying and very claustrophobic. Oh, excuse me. There's also another one. I forget what the name of it is, though, but there's one where, like, a guy goes into this hotel and he starts hearing scratches at the walls, and he's staying in this room that is very oddly shaped, and the room is actually a portal to another dimension. I really enjoyed that one. Ugh. Ooh, I found something. What did I find? Ion beam fires a continuous direct. Ooh. Oh my god, freaking laser beams. Shit, this thing is cool. Alright, I've kind of fucking loved this thing. Kira, I hope you find a way to get there so you can see your Dragon Ball. think this will get me to the snail. Oh, no, this doesn't get me to the snail. No, I know. I hear you, Kara. Like, you could wait, but you want to see it. You want to see it in the theater. That's totally fair. That's something you should want. All right, so I should go. Yep. Okay. So, for those of you at home who are wondering why I took such an extended break last week, my good friend Yogi, who some of you may remember from marathons as Lord Goatee, got married last week, and because of that, it took a while. Where am I going? All right, so I'm going all the way over. Okay. So I was in the wedding. I was in his groom's party. So that just took a ton of time because we had to do the Indian ceremony, which was on a Thursday. We had to do the regular, the Catholic ceremony on a Friday, and yeah, it was just a lot of time to take. So yeah, most of my time was taken up during that. Taffy says, Joey, any interesting episodes? I didn't run away from you guys, but yeah, it was just, it was a lot going on. So like Wednesday I was off because I had to like get everything situated, and on Wednesday I got my tux, got a couple of things, and then on Wednesday night it is like customary for the groom in an Indian wedding. They need to have a cleansing ceremony. So on Wednesday night we went to Yogi's cleansing ceremony, which was kind of cool, actually. It was really cool to see how different cultures approach different things. And for the most part, most cultures kind of had the same idea about stuff. So you know, there was it was kind of like as a time for him for Yogi to kind of make promises, and to you know, he was shedding off his old life and kind of getting prepared for his new life, which was cool to like see it and to see all of his family get involved, and you know, the similarities kind of in what a Hindu priest and, you know, like what a regular priest would say, and what, and you know, kind of the things that they're looking for. It was interesting. It was really interesting. I really enjoyed it. But yeah, that was Wednesday, and then Thursday was the actual Indian ceremony, and that was a whole new thing. It was a whole new experience for me. That was definitely very, very cool. We went through. Yogi and his wife did their promises to each other, which is essentially the same thing as vows. They make 7 promises to each other, based on like the Hindu beliefs and whatnot. So it was kind of cool. And then what else? I did the Barat, which was insane and really fun. It has a lot of really cool history to it. So the Barat, if any of you have Indian friends or have heard anything about Indian weddings, like kind of the first thing that comes up is like, it's like someone says, oh, well, we need to get an elephant or we need to get a horse. Which seems like such a really odd request. Like, why would you need those? But why you need them is, it is customary for the groom in an Indian ceremony to the groom has to go from their house, from their home, but the groom has to travel from their home to the home of the bride, and so obviously in olden days, they would have to travel quite a long distance because they'd have to go to their home, and pretty much what they would do is they would get on horse or elephant or whatever they could get, and they gathered their whole friends and family. And the friends and family would follow behind the groom, and they would dance, and they would sing, and they would talk, and they would kind of make their presence known that they were coming to get the bride. And so so essentially that's what we did. We kind of, I mean, obviously we didn't go very far. We went like around the parking lot with Yogi on his white horse. And we kind of just danced and sung and had a really great time. And once we had done that, we went inside and he met up with his wife and then went through the process. Oh, God. Hi. I was not... Wow. Okay. Trace. Wow. Elsinova? Yes. Jones repaired my body before other... Rosalki. Trace, I'm sorry for my reaction earlier. You should not carry blame for Atheos' crimes. Okay. Ahead is elevator to breach. Atheos is inside. I do not ask you to kill him, just shut down breach attractor. But he will try to stop you. As always, there is a weak point. Find and destroy it. Once breach recedes, I can help, but I cannot survive in breach, so be careful. Atheos lives, okay? We can lock him up or something, but no killing. No killing. Thank you. So, this is you. I was originally soldier. Does it frighten you? I think I was already at some point beyond fear. Ah, crap. I forgot what I was going to say. Thanks for apologizing. Please don't kill me again. I won't. Be careful. Atheos is devious. You cannot trust him. I'll keep that in mind. Oh my god. Holy shit. It's fucking insane. Oh yeah, Akira. The music here is fantastic. So yeah, that was Thursday. Thursday was spent learning a lot about Indian culture and Indian customs. So that was super cool. And then Friday we had ourselves, I guess what you would call a regular wedding. Or what I should say, a wedding that most people would consider, a little bit more familiar. That was super fun. And then after all of that, like Saturday, I was pretty much out for most of it. I was just tired as hell. And then Sunday I recovered, and that's pretty much what happened. Taffy says it's interesting how they went through the process twice, but in two different ways. Yeah, and like I said, there's similarities in how it all works. But like in like weird ways. Sorry. God damn it. Yeah, like what's like there's just certain parts that like it wasn't the same order per se, but like there were parts of Yogi's cleansing ceremony that reminded me of like a reception, because we would dance and we would sing and we would celebrate. There was parts of it that kind of reminded me of like a bridal shower, because like there was a part where like only the women were doing stuff for Yogi and helping him cleanse himself. So it was interesting. Taffy says, but I'm saying it's like you got married twice. It's like making those promises to each other twice, you know what I mean? Because they wanted to experience it with both cultures, but most people can only... Yeah, it's true. It is true. It is super interesting that way. Oh boy. Ow, I'm getting hit pretty hard here. Damn it. Alright, maybe I should try a different gun. Hello, Thunder Turtle. How are you? Good to see ya. Thanks for stopping on by the stream. Very glad to have you on board. Ow! It's not working out as well. Oh, I figured it out. Figured it out. There we go. Shit. Yeah, Thunder Turtle. This is a super fun game. It's kind of done in the style of an old 8-bit or 16-bit like Super Metroid, Castlevania Symphony of the Night style game. You get new items. Those give you new abilities and whatnot. And then you use those abilities to kind of get you around. It's pretty good. Ow. That really hurt. Yeah, it's a really cool game. I'm playing this on the PlayStation 4, but it is also available on Steam as well. I'm actually getting close to the end of the game currently. Now I'm just kind of getting beat up quite a bit. There must be a save point down here, because it's been a little while. They wouldn't just do that to me. Alright. So no save points just yet. So, and that little ability, this ability right here, that's to you can hack certain enemies and devices. So that's what I'm doing there. So most of the enemies you can hack and make them like less dangerous versions of themselves. So that's what I'm attempting to do most of the time. All right, here's the save point. So Thunder Turtle, what brings you by the stream? What made you search for Axiom Verge tonight? Out of here. Fuck you guys. Tuffy says, has anyone ever played Dragon Warrior Monsters for Game Boy Color? I don't know. It popped in my head, and me and my friends used to watch each other play on those tiny... no, I never played that. I actually never had a Game Boy Color. I had a regular Game Boy, but I never had the color. Awesome. Thunder said, well, I was bored, so I was looking through my following and saw that you were on, and yeah, awesome. Well, I'm glad that you stopped on by. Fuck. This fucking hurts. This part is really hard. Alright, let's try this. I could do that, I suppose. Most of it. Alright, made it all the way through. Let's try this ion beam. Another boss. J-Ban. Wrong. It's me, Atheos. Obey me. Demon. Atheos. Say kill. Well, it was worth a try. Looks like I'm not actually track prepared, so maybe I can just pass through. hurts like hell. Maybe I shouldn't fight it. I do want to kill things. Kira says, I'm trying to decide if I want popcorn badly enough to get up and get it. Well, it's always a tough decision. Oh man, you've got donuts? What the hell, man? I want a donut. Fuck this. Not even worth it. Please do something really good. Druska's suspicions were correct. Rebirth logs show that a man named Atheos came here once before, hundreds or possibly thousands of years ago. Fuck! Damn it. It's gonna be a fucking long path. Alright, so I just want to avoid everything. It's just easier. It's true. That noise is totally an alarm clock. thank God. Thank you. Tuffy says, when my alarm went off this morning, I was dreaming, and instead of the alarm waking me up, I heard it in my dream, and then like 3 minutes. Yeah, that does happen to me as well. That I, you know. What? So, it's you. Yes, I've been wondering when you'd come. It's been a long time since I've seen another human. What is this contraption you're in? Are you okay? It protects me from the pathogen. I previously used a much more portable device, but the Rusalski destroyed it. This ungainly machine merely prolongs my demise. Is it true that you released the pathogen on the whole world intentionally? Yes. Then you'd better do some explaining. If I tell you too much, your captors will have to kill you. But try this. Long ago, this world, Sudra, was the doorway to an unrivaled civilization. Like a port on the way to the greatest nation ever envisioned. But the port had a collapse. By the time I came, they barely remembered who they were. They regarded their whole technology with superstition and religious reverence. When I first crossed the breach from Earth to Sudra, I was expecting to find enlightenment. Instead, I had discovered that they were using the breach to keep out the greater universe. In their superstitious culture, the outside universe is taboo. For this, I do not regret removing the main obstacle in my path. You'd resort to genocide just for that? Imagine millennia of scientific, cultural, and technological progress. A civilization so advanced that our world is Paleolithic by comparison. That is what lies beyond the breach. Death, disease, war, famine, these could become things of the past. But the Sudrans were obstinate. This was the forbidden fruit. The loss of a single people balanced against the whole of humanity. How else could I choose? Well, you did it. You have the breach tractor now. Why not just shut it down? The Rorowski were the flaw in my plan. They are masters of war. If I disable the breach attractor, I free them too. But Trace, with you at my side, we have a chance. Will you help me? Let me think about that for a bit. Okay, I've thought about it, and my answer is... Hell no, you self-righteous jerk! So be it then. I get it. Come on, move. think I can make it. Ah, shit. Alright, that's a little intense. Alright, I can do this. Ah. Oh, what is good in this? Loki, it's okay. Alright, never mind. It's awful. Fucking shit. Fucking shit. What is good to take out mass stuff? Let's do this. Yeah, Akira said, dill flavored popcorn. Some people are into that. I am not. But I'm also not a big pickle person, so... Run! Shit! God damn it. This is hard. I'm trying to think if there's a trick I'm missing. So I probably need to be running around a little bit more. Do this. Fucking shit! This is kind of a weird way to go about it, but it's kind of a cheesy way to go about it, but it might work. Hold on. If you notice, I'm just teleporting and aiming up. I usually don't take a lot of damage, and I'm doing damage if they teleport into me. It's pretty cheesy, but if it works... Damn it. Alright, I think I can do that. I think I can do that during regular fights. And then I can keep my bombs for situations like that. If I can get away with like doing like one bomb per. Yeah, I know. This whole fight is pretty loud and obnoxious. Nice. That worked. All that. Nice. It's super cheesy, but I did it. Hi, buddy. Hello. Hello, little dog. I'll make room for you. Oh, good boy. So, it appears I have lost. Nova, we did it! The breach is gone. I'm sorry, but there is one more thing I need to do. Yeah, it's just gonna kill you, asshole. You're gonna kill him, aren't you? He can't do anything now. Just leave him. Unfortunately, that's not a chance we can take. This was inevitable, Trace. Do not blame yourself. Adios. Damn. So that's it. I'll never know if... I mean, what if he could have been redeemed? Trace, you are not him. He chose wrongly, not you. But now it is time for you to go home. Go home? As the clone of a mass murderer? What's even there for me? Do not worry. We have taken care of it. What's happening? I'm suddenly exhausted. Rest now. Perhaps we'll meet again sometime. Wait, please. As for what happened next... I was back, but this was different. It was as if nothing ever happened. The laser lab had still collapsed, but I was uninjured, and nobody else seemed to think that was strange. I didn't stick around much longer. I tried to go back to my former life, but it felt wrong. I didn't know who I was anymore, or where I belonged. I had to get back to Sudra to find the truth of things. I started with what I had learned there. I was determined to get to the bottom of it. That was all I had left. Pretty cool. Developed solely by Tom Happ. Oh, yeah! All right. That was a fun game. I really enjoyed that. That was really cool. I would say for the $20 that this game is, that is totally worth it. You can still go back and you can try and find all the different parts of the map. You can try and find all the different hidden things in there. There's still a lot of stuff there. I think I did okay, but there was definitely stuff I missed. I'm not going to go back and 100% it because I feel like I did a pretty good job with it. But yeah, that was fantastic. It's impressive that how much this like one guy did. That is really impressive. I think he's done a really good job. So yeah. Taffy says, I liked watching this one. Well, excellent. I'm glad that you did. Yeah, I had a lot of fun with this. I mean, to be fair, I have a lot of fun playing any of the games with you guys. I think they're all super great and super fun to play through. Yeah, I really enjoyed this one. It's been a while since I've had a really good, like, Metroid-esque thing. So, Toa has a question. His question is, have you decided on your next project yet? That is a great question. Let me pull up the old Trello board and see what I've got. Oh, be sure to tell Toa that he is the sponsor of the last... he's the sponsor of the latest Lunatic Jedi podcast, the Super Happy Japan podcast. Figured he would get a kick out of that. What do we got? All right, so Axiom Verge is gonna be done. This will be 10 episodes. I'll figure that out. Total time 11 hours. 66% of items, 85% of the map. That's pretty good. Only 37 deaths? Seems kind of... Alright. Nice. So now can I go back into this? And go fight the last boss again. Pretty cool. That is a great question. What is my next? Let me switch over to my webcam. I don't know yet, actually. I'm looking at my list here. I've got a couple of things that I want to do, like on and off. There's things like Darkest Dungeon, Stanley Parable, Alpha Centauri, Dota 2, Sunless Sea. I think I'd like. Yeah, so I don't know. I feel like I need to do a Star Wars game at some point. So part of me is thinking maybe Dark Forces or maybe Knights of the Old Republic. I think it might be time to bust out Knights of the Old Republic. I think that'd be pretty cool to do. Don't mind me. I'm archiving some of these old cards here. Yeah. Taffy says, yeah, Batman, for some reason, I didn't like watching that one as much. I think I'd like playing it more. Yeah, Batman is super fun to play. I don't know how much fun I think it's okay to watch. But, like, it's so much fun to play. So much fun. Kira says, I had a question for the podcast, but now I've forgotten it, I think. Oh, no. Well, I hope you remember it. I want to answer it. Okay. Taking that off. All right. There's a couple of things on here. Let's see. Myth 2. I want to do Myth 2 again at some point. I know that a lot of people did not watch my original playthrough of Myth, but I think it's important. It's Myth 2 is my favorite game of all time, so I'd like to play through it. Deadly Premonition is on the list. The Jack and Daxter games are on the list. Shovel Knight, Kentucky Route Zero. I'm taking Volgar the Viking off the list because I'm playing through that on my off time. That one's pretty brutal. That one is a brutal platformer. Kira says more Lego games. To which Taffy says yes, Lego. I approve. I agree. I don't know what's going to happen with the Lego games. I think at some point, yes, we will definitely play through some of the Lego games. Right now, with Katie having a really busy schedule, and with her playing through Final Fantasy X, we just have not had as much time to play through some of the Lego games. And I'm still debating on whether or not we need to make the investment into Lego Dimensions. It might be a lot of fun, and I like the idea. The cool thing about Lego Dimensions that it's another one of those like Skylander or Disney Infinity games where like you put something on like a USB portal and then it shows up in the game and blah blah blah. Like the thing that like Skylanders is its own thing, and the problem with Disney Infinity is that you can't cross-pollinate movies. So like if you are playing levels that are themed with The Incredibles, you can't put Jack Sparrow or Monsters Inc. in there, which I think is shitty. But Lego Dimensions, you can cross up all the different things, and I think that'd be pretty cool. Loki, stop that. Oh yeah. Yeah, Kira, check that out. You like that, huh? I wore this today thinking that you would like it. Taffy asked, what is Lego Dimensions? Lego Dimensions is, it's a game where it's a Lego game. It plays just like a regular Lego game. But it is like Disney Infinity in that, yes, you have to buy little Lego figures and then you put them on this like USB device that the game can then interpret, and it goes, so like if you put Batman on the device, Batman shows up in the game, and if that Batman figure has like some special abilities and whatnot, then those things get translated into the game. I think they're specifically using it for vehicles. So like you can build the Batmobile, put the Batmobile on the device, and then the Batmobile shows up in the game. Whereas like the Batmobile, like with those Legos, you can also build it to be like the Batwing, and then put that on there, and then it'll change and become the Batwing. All right, Thunder Turtle, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. It sounds cool, but it's also like one of those things where it's like, okay, I'm gonna have to it's not like I'm just like buying a video game and I get the video game. Like I have to buy the video game, I have to buy these figures. And like, don't get me wrong, I love Lego, but Lego's expensive. So it's like, I'm going to buy this expensive video game, then I'm going to buy these expensive figures, and I'm going to have to keep buying them. So it's a kind of a fucking mess. And I don't have enough interest in like Lego Lord of the Rings or like Lego Batman or like, I don't know. We'll definitely get back to it at some point. We're kind of hemming and hawing right now. Let's see what else is on the list. XCOM is on the list. I want to go back through XCOM. Dead Space and Dead Space 2. I'd like to go through both of those again. By again, I mean I went through Dead Space 1 originally on the Xbox 360. I'd like to go through Dead Space 2. So, but I don't want to just leave you guys hanging, so I'd probably go through Dead Space 1 and then go through Dead Space 2. Yeah, Knights of the Old Republic would be a pretty good one. Be a good long one. Yeah, the Dead Space games are a lot of fun. I don't know if I'd play Dead Space. If I would play Dead Space 3, I've heard a lot of negative things about that. But I loved Dead Space 1, and I heard nothing but great things about Dead Space 2. So one of these days, I would like to do that. At some point, I need to upgrade my computer, which is going to be a pain in the ass. It's going to be an expensive pain in the ass to do, but I got to do that at some point. Because my laptop is still great. It's still fantastic, and it runs great when I'm, getting information from the capture card for a console. But it makes me feel like such a freaking dirtbag whenever I try and stream. I'm trying to play on the computer and stream on the same computer. It's always a fucking shit show. So at some point, I need to get a desktop in here so that I can have the desktop just be dedicated to the to gaming, and then the laptop would capture that information. So the dedicated PC would just essentially become like a new console, and yeah. So I know that you like Jak and Daxter, absolutely, Taffy. At some point, I will get to it. But I guess for me, I never think that far ahead in terms of like, okay, I'm going to play this, I'm going to play this. I usually don't. I kind of just like finish a game, and then I stare at my Steam library or I stare at my console library, and I go, what am I going to play? It's pretty rare. I mean, like Hotline Miami 2, that was like a thing where I was like, I need to play this. Bloodborne, things like that, where it's like, oh. But if there's not like a major release, I don't know. I kind of wing it. Toa asks, Steambox, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I'm more apt to try and build a PC for like $1,500 and yeah. I think I'm more apt to do that to do that, but I don't think I could get I don't think I would get permission to do that just yet. And so I would have to do another fundraiser for that, and I'm not doing a fundraiser right now. You guys were more than enough generous for the podcast, so yeah, so I'm not gonna be doing that. Kira says, if you ever get Dead Space 3 for PC, I would co-op the game with you. Just saying. That would be pretty fantastic. Co-op makes any game better. I mean, let's just be fucking honest here. So yeah, in addition to all of that, at some point I'm going to be bringing back the extended play Saturdays. I just need to get around to that. It has been a very busy month. August is also a very busy month for me. So yeah. But September starts to slow things down. October starts to slow things down a little bit. So, we'll see. We will see. Yeah. Well, with that being said, let me remind everyone of a few things. Just in case you have missed any previous videos of any of my other full play or gameplay series, you can go find them at lunaticjedi.com. Yeah, how about that, right? You can also find you can find out when I'm going live and when new videos are up on the site at facebook.com/lunaticjedi and twitter.com/lunaticjedi. And you can use the Ask Me Anything feature to indeed ask me anything over at lunaticjedi.tumblr.com. And please do not forget about the Lunatic Jedi podcast. It is up on iTunes. You can go to iTunes and search for Lunatic Jedi podcast and it'll show up. You can go search for Lunatic Jedi podcast in your favorite podcast feeder of your choosing. Just search for it. It's probably there. And in addition, if you want to get the RSS feed or if you just want an easy, simple place to go to it, boy, do I have a great place for you. It's lunaticjedi.simplecast.fm. Silence. We had our third episode of the podcast go up. It is an hour and 45-minute podcast with our good friend Dan. He was guesting on it, and he tells us about his trip to Japan, which is totally fucking amazing. Taffy Toa asked, what happened to the 50 Shades episode? It is coming. Katie got lazy. Katie got completely lazy with it, and just when, every time I was like, hey, we need to record this podcast, she was like, she did that at me. And we had a couple busy weeks there, so I'm ready to do it. We just have to find some time to do it. I don't know when that will be, but I will continue to press her on for that. I think this week I will probably have a solo podcast. I'm going to be talking about something that is near and dear to my heart. I don't know what it is just yet, but I'll probably be doing a solo cast. Katie is off on a business trip this week, and I can't get any of my other usual regular guests in on the podcast this week. So, yeah, I'm probably just going to be talking about something a little bit more personal to me. And hopefully you guys will know that. As always, if you have ideas for topics, or if you have just questions you'd like answered at the end of a podcast, you can send your topic ideas to lunaticjedi@gmail.com. That is lunaticjedi@gmail.com. And you can also use the Tumblr Ask Me Anything feature. You can send your stuff there. I'll get it either way. Yeah. With that being said, yeah, it's going to be a Han Solo podcast. I'm going to be solo. I'm going to talk about Han Solo. That'd be great. So yeah. There should be a new podcast. I would assume by Wednesday, because I'm gonna work on some stuff tomorrow. Yeah. So, unless there's anything else you guys have for me tonight, I'm going to sign off. So I'm just going to wait a little bit and see what you guys have for me. Yep, indeed, there's nothing but crickets. All right, with that being said, then I'm going to log off for the night. Everyone, thank you so much for all your support and for watching tonight. I really do appreciate it. I will be back tomorrow night. I believe it's so. My schedule for the rest of the week is I'll be back tomorrow night and Wednesday night with a new game. I don't know what it will be yet, but we'll figure it out. And then on Thursday, Katie should be back finally with Final Fantasy X. She's been slacking. We got to put her back to work. Yeah. All right. So with that being said, and hopefully a new podcast up on Wednesday. So anyways, everyone have a great night, and I will see all of you tomorrow. Bye, everyone.